The intense heat we've all been experiencing is believed to have claimed another life. A 71-year-old experienced hiker who headed out to Death Valley National Park was pronounced dead after collapsing in 121-degree heat. Les Trent spoke with his grieving widow, who has a warning for other so-called heat tourists.
It was such a shock.
Rima Curry is still reeling today from the death of her beloved husband, Steve. The 71-year-old retired electrician succumbed to the searing 120-degree heat while hiking in Death Valley last week.
Would you say to Steve that this was really a foolhardy idea?
100%. If I had known he was going there, I would have told him not to. I would have pulled him back. Don't do it.
Steve was an avid outdoorsman who would disappear for days on end to explore the national parks near their home in Los Angeles. Death Valley was on his bucket list. And in photos taken the day he died by an LA Times photographer, Steve sure looks prepared. His face caked with maximum protection, zinc sunblock.
You must get some sort of comfort from those pictures, though.
I do. I mean, you look at his face, from ear to ear, he's grinning. The picture that I don't like is when he was scrunched under this little shade spot, and he looks awful. Unfortunately, nobody really picked up on the fact that he was probably suffering.
According to the photographer, Steve had hiked for 2 hours into the park and was resting under a metal sign, the only shelter available, before attempting to hike back out.
They say that he actually was offered help while he was hiking and that he declined any sort of assistance. Does that sound like Steve?
He might have been there saying, I've just got this much to do, I can do it, I'm going to do it. That's the only thing that makes sense to me, because he wasn't stupid,
Even younger hikers are no match for this historic heat wave. 29-year-old Diana Matienzo and 34-year-old Jessica Rhodes died Saturday while hiking in Valley of Fire State Park in Nevada, where the mercury soared above 100 degrees. A sign at the park warns hiking in hot weather is dangerous and not recommended.
The body starts slowly shutting down because it cannot function at that temperature. We're not made to function at that temperature. There's no amount of water you can drink to compensate in 120, 114 degrees. You just can't. So to go out hiking in this kind of temperature is insane. I mean, you're playing with fire.
In Europe, the intense heat and drought is sparking devastating fires. Tourists on the Greek island of Rhodes were forced to evacuate their seaside resort, scrambling onto a boat and fleeing for their lives.